Welcome geniuses, I'm Genie, your best buddy for A-levels. In this channel, we'll bring you to explore the secret formula behind success.
Hi guys, in this part of the video, I'm going to guide you how to answer PPC essay questions, 8 marks essay questions, okay? So let's look at the questions. They ask you to use a PPC curve to explain the different impact on the economy, okay, of a rise in unemployment rate, 1, and increase in working population, 2. And guys, each time when you are reading multiple choice or when you are reading data response or when you are reading essay questions, you need to be careful, yeah, when they talk about curve. So look at the instruction. They say use PPC curves, meaning that you are advised to use 2 diagrams to show these 2 situations. And guys, usually for 8 marks essay, when you are given 2 different contexts here, rise in unemployment, increase in working population, you will expect 4 marks is given to rise in unemployment. And another 4 marks is given to increase in working population. And guys, as usual, each time when we write an essay, please offer an introduction, okay? And your introduction can be just as simple as defining PPC, a curve showing whatever is it that we have learned previously. Okay, now, and then let's break down the 4 marks and 4 marks, yeah? So now, when 4 marks are given to one context or one situation, 2 marks will be given to the diagram itself. So when you draw a diagram, okay, label good X, good Y, capital goods, consumer goods, and they want rise in unemployment rate, right? In our previous multiple choice discussion, if you have not seen yet, just go and check it out, okay? Rise in unemployment can be shown by, if you are here in 2018, then in 2019, you are moving even closer to your PPC. So in 2018, you produce this much of 2 goods. But in 2019, you are producing even lesser. So it is best if you can use an arrow to indicate you move from 2018 to 2019 and less resources are being employed. This is what we call rise in unemployment rate, okay? So 2 marks are given to the diagram and the remaining 2 marks are given to your explanation, okay? Because they ask about the impact, right? What is the impact on the economy? So you just mentioned whereby when there's a rise in unemployment rate, meaning that less resources are utilized to produce goods and services. Okay, you are utilizing less resources, obviously, and therefore resulting to lower amount of goods and services or lower amount of output, lower amount of GDP. Okay, less goods and services being produced, less output produced in the country, leading to falling GDP, or in other words, we call it falling economic growth. So if you want to like go further, one line to explain the final impact when there's falling economic growth, then it will lead to falling standards of living. Okay, falling standard of living. Now, moving on. This will be the 2 marks. And we move on to the second part. they say a rise in working population. So guys, you need to have that kind of understanding whereby quantity of labor rises, which means there are more people that can work in your country. And as what we have learned in our previous video, so we talk about what is meant by productive capacity. We talk about when you have more resources, how it is shown in your PPC. So when you have more resources, more like labor available, your PPC will be shifting upwards. So again, 2 marks is given to this diagram. And as mentioned, you need to show the arrow clearly. Labor. Okay, and since the question asks what is the impact, right? So 2 marks are given to, 2 marks are given to diagram, and 2 marks are given to your explanation. What kind of explanation? First of all, you mentioned when you have a rise in working population, this indicates you have higher amount of resources in your country, and indicate the keyword, which means the countries has now having a rise in their productive capacity or productive potential. So what is so good about productive capacity rising? Okay, which means the country is now, the economy or the country is now able to produce more of both goods. Okay guys, you look at my keyword, I say the economy is now being able to produce more of both goods. I'm not saying the economy is now producing more. Being able is just like your potential. You are capable of doing it. So being able is linked directly to your productive capacity. Okay, basically, this is the outline and this is the structure for an 8 marks question. If you would like to provide a simple conclusion, you can just mention, in conclusion, a rise in the unemployment rate will be seen by a point moving closer to the origin, where a rise in working population can be seen by a shift outward of the PPC. That's all. That's all for our discussion of PPC. See you again.
That's all for today's video. If you're interested in more genuine sharing by other geniuses, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, ding dong. Also, if you're struggling with 1 or 2 past year questions and the mark scheme just doesn't seem to help, Genie has got you covered. Feel free to let us know what question it is by filling in the Google form linked in the description below. GenieUs Hub will get genius teachers to fulfill your request for the solution. Genie will see you next time. Bye-bye.